Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move on to FailMail. You've all been writing in, thank you very much, with your amazing fails. This week we asked you, what's the worst thing you've ever done drunk? Ali, do you want to start us
I'll
off?
go first on this one. Firstly, I want to say thank you to everyone who sent in their stuff. I always enjoy reading it, so really appreciate that. This arguably my favourite of the ones. So, FailMail. Worst drunk stories. Well. Starts off with well. Which I think is a bit of an arrogant way to start, but there we go. Yeah. I was 18 and beyond drunk in a small town in Northumberland. Mm-hmm. So much so that my friends found me asleep in a trolley in a Morrison's car park.
Okay. Sounds like a small town living.
Sounds like small town living.
Small town living. Like, oh, my night was bloody mental. I woke up in Morrison's car park.
I woke up next to the mayor of the town in the same car park.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Trolley. They took me to the taxi rank.
It's the kind of town where he also works in the Morrisons.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he wakes up, he runs it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's my manager there. Yeah. They took me to the taxi rank and left me with this woman who they very wrongly assumed was responsible. Okay. So the mates have gone, you look after our mate to this woman. Mm-hmm. It turned out she had absolutely no reason to be in the taxi queue at all, as she lived 2 minutes walk away.
Right. Okay.
It's getting weird.
Okay.
I don't know if she was there exclusively to pick up some young meat, but that's what...
Some young meat?
But that's what ended up happening.
Oh, okay.
Because he's 18. He's young.
He's a man, I guess.
Well, he's a kid,
at
really.
That point, yeah.
So we stumbled over to hers, but she had either lost her key or it didn't work, or it just wasn't her place.
Okay.
I couldn't honestly tell you with complete confidence that it was. But from somewhere, she managed to find a breeze block and a wooden ladder and told me...
Okay, this sounds like you met a sort of possibly homeless woman and then you've gone home and you've tried to break into a house, okay, right?
Well, I mean,
okay.
And told me I had to climb up and smash the landing window in.
Yeah, okay, just breaking into a house to bang a homeless lady right now. This is what's going on here.
I wouldn't say I smashed it, the window.
Yeah.
I hit the frame and the entire window just fell into the landing, me with it. It's a miracle it didn't smash. I went downstairs, undid the latch and let her in.
Okay, interesting.
At about 4 a.m, she skinned up a joint and asked me what year I was born. I told her 1989 and she replied, oh, I was your age then. She was 36. So she's double his age.
Okay.
So she is, yeah, literally half her age.
Yeah.
She also told me she was married. But, in her words, waiting for all that to be sorted, which sounded ominous.
Oh, God.
I left at about 5 o'clock and slept in my friend's shed for a bit.
Wow. Okay.
What do you make of that?
Young meat patrolling at the cab rank.
She's at the taxi rank.
Yeah.
Waiting for a bloke.
Yeah, any bloke. Not fast, okay?
Yeah.
Picked him up and then smashed in a window. Presumably if that was her house, that's her husband also is living there, or is it they've got some kind of agreement?
Do you reckon maybe ex-husband's gaff? He's
Yeah,
not there.
Yeah, I think that's possibly the vibe. Yeah, that's depressing at so many levels.
Imagine taking someone's back to your house and then going, yeah, mate, so what you got to do is you got to get this ladder that I found and smash in my window.
I'll tell you, that is better than I think I'd rather smash in the window, which is preferably to what happened to me once, was I brought a girl home and I forgot my key.
All right, mate. Very cool.
And my dad always used to have a go at me about forgetting my key, and he's like, "If you forget your key,
you had to go at me for not getting with girls." So I was like, "I need to shag this girl because my dad will be annoyed."
So I had to ring on the doorbell like 2 a.m. Open the door, and my dad opened the door. Sorry, and he was just in his tight white underwear.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, lovely stuff. Get you in the
my
mood.
dad's 6'6" and incredibly hairy and heavily overweight.
Oh yeah, turning me on.
Yeah. He opened the door, looked at me, was like about to shout at me, and then saw us with a girl and didn't say anything. He just sort of panicked and sort of ran away up the stairs.
Wow.
Skimped up the stairs.
Wow. You could probably see some sack in there as well when he was off up the stairs.
Oh, I was just like, oh.
Did you? I would have definitely turned around and gone, don't know who that is.
Bloody hell. Yeah.
I'm taking that opportunity. Yeah. That would have been so good. Did she come in? Was she not scared off?
Oh, yeah. It was great.
She was like, oh, decent man. There you go.
Here we go.
So that I think that was
that's a premium one. I'll give you a little taster here. So this was from a good pal. He said, short but sweet, shat in a bus stop, right?
Solid start.
Shat in a bus stop on the King's Road. Okay.
Oh, poor bus stop.
Next day was walking back past the bus stop with a date I'd picked up after the shitting, and I looked at the shit and I went, "How ghastly."
How ghastly. That's an
Thanks,
absolute...
Horatio. for
Yeah,
that
exactly.
one.
Yeah, exactly. Horatio. Cool.
Horatio Gold on the King's Road.
If you want to know who that is, that's Tom's posh character who's now taken a life of his own and is messaging.
He does what he wants. He bloody just loves it.
Yeah, that's an absolute disgrace.
Shat in a bus stop.
How did he look? Why did he walk past it with her as well?
I don't know. Next morning, I guess he was going to the tube.
Bruv, how much you shit? That's a kebab job, do you reckon? But after the shit, it must have been early in the night. He must have been early in the night.
Well, and maybe just shat, and then he was going.
It was like 6 p.m.
Yeah. He didn't say he went back to his. I think he was going to a girl's house. Needed to drop off the kids. Didn't want to do it at the girl's house for the first time.
Drop off the kids
At the pool. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I thought this was a father figure. I thought this was someone's dad. And he's like, wait here, kids. Daddy's just going to do some business at the 340 bus stop.
Shat at the bus stop, obviously, this is a classy girl. She's living on the King's Road. We can only assume,
Yeah, nice,
right? Okay.
Nice. Wait, is that an Angel, King's Road?
No, Chelsea.
That's Chelsea?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know these things as well as
Bloody
you.
hell, mate. Come on. Oh,
man, what an absolute...
literally-
I can't believe I forgot that. That's so jokes.
Mate,
I must have just been hanging out with too many povos.
Where did you hang out? Like on Saturday nights when you were a teenager?
King's
fuck's
Road.
sake.
Oh,
Bloody
man.
hell.
Sorry, anyway, bruv. Oh, bruv.
Yeah, literally, absolutely mental.
No, I need to stop absolutely going nuts on this.
Fucking
Okay, go for it.
nuts.
Yeah.
So, the way I look at this is he was going to, a girl's house, like probably like Flicky or Checky or Matilda.
Yeah.
And
Oh, not Tilly, no.
classic.
Oh,
And
mate,
then-
so would be as well.
Yeah, and then he just didn't want to, you don't want to shit first time you go to a girl's house.
Oh, no. Unless I tell you what, who does that though? Hugo does that to as like a sort of like a
initiation log.
Yeah, like a sort of like joke, and he doesn't flush as well just to see what the girl's gonna react to. He's such a legend.
Used to do it in the urinals at school. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. That's not the only thing you did in the Arnold's at school, if you know what I mean. This is your ideal podcast would be that.
Yeah.
That is your ideal.
Just 40 minutes of that, please.
Yeah, for a minute there, you were the real you.
Yeah. I let it slide. The facade all went. Yeah. So, yeah, he dropped off the kids and then went round to hers, did the deed, and then in the morning just blamed it on someone else.
Absolute
Yeah.
disgrace. Absolute
Again, not to
disgrace.
bring up stories from my life, but a homeless man once did do a giant shit on my doorstep. Literally slap bang, and it was so big. And I just opened the door, I just saw him running off, and I was like, dude, why have you done this?
That was a guy.
Yeah.
He just seen you perform.
It was honestly
That's
so
all it
big,
was.
I had to get
It's
like a-
you're gonna shit on me. I'm gonna shit on you, mate.
I genuinely.
As a promoter.
There's a lot of conspiracy theories. My flatmate genuinely thought my ex-girlfriend had paid him to do it. I was like, nah, man. That's a homeless guy needs poo.
That's an act of terrorism, bro.
Yeah.
That's an act of terrorism, bro.
Oh, man, that was bad. I had to get a bin bag.
What did you do? Yeah,
I
how
had to
did you
get a
sort
bin
it?
bag and pick it up like a dog
Oh.
poo in a bin bag. Oh, it was awful.
Poor bloke, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm kind of poor bloke, but also can you just not do that right on my
I back
doorstep?
him. I back him, mate.
All right, let's say the next fail mail.
On my 30th birthday, my friend and I were dancing in the club. Could be me, this.
Cool.
We threw our drinks about so much that we both slipped up onto our asses. Brackets, throwing ourselves around to Tony Matterhorn's Dutty Wine.
Cool. Okay. This really could be you, yeah.
A girl, it would be, yeah. A girl we didn't know helped pull us up, and we thought nothing more of it. Years later, I was chatting to the club DJ, reminiscing about old times, and he told me the girl who helped us up broke her ankle helping us and had to go to hospital that night. We had no clue. How can you be such a fucking disgrace? You've literally gone down with a serious injury,
Kicked her
and
in the
then
leg.
you just danced
I
off.
don't care.
Thanks, mate. Like, thanks, girl. And then just walked off, and she's there in A&E. Fucking hell. You got another one?
Beautiful. Yeah, this is like a sort of combination. These are all things that this girl, when wasted, has bought. Okay, so she booked tickets to Malaysia after the plane crashes because they were going cheap.
Fucking hell. Malaysia 77, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Jesus. Malaysian Airlines.
Purchased multiple life-size cardboard cutouts of Tom Hanks. Purchased a puppy. She was also purchased an entire box of sex toys as well.
Entire box?
Yeah, and something called
Just
like
the one box?
Yeah, something called like a sex bench as well. So yeah, there you go.
What's the sex?
I don't know. There was no elaboration on the bench, but that's
I've got to see what a sex bench
benches.
looks like.
We'll upload it onto the ADIF Instagram
what has it got
channel.
in it? Levers and plush velvets?
I imagine it's sort of
dildos?
yeah, it's
Like
sort
a
of
Black and Decker.
yeah, kind of
Workbench.
workbench.
Yeah,
Workbench,
it's all
but with like a
business.
sort of
Yeah.
up motion coming
A seat,
coming through there.
seat
Yeah.
piece.
It's got holes in like this bench.
Have you bought anything stupid when pissed?
Don't do that, man.
Don't.
You know what? My drunkenness is just always a lot more.
Aggression.
Yeah, just a lot more sort of
self-hatred.
emotionally sad. Yeah. Then I don't often have the stories where it's like, and then like I came back and I'd bought all this fucking styrofoam
Crazy,
in my
yeah.
house, and I had like 3 tons. It's not like that. It's always like, I never drunk texts. I never drunk by. I just fucking go glazed eyed.
Yeah.
Don't respond, and then just start slagging everyone off.
Go on a night out with Ali Woods, mate. Absolute barrel
So
laughs.
if you
First
fancy
person
that,
to be around.
I remember when, this is a bad drunk story, when I was at uni and I really liked this girl and we had a bit of off and on thing, and it was my birthday and we'd left the club and I was just annoying her, but I think she was taking a bit of pity on me because it was my birthday.
Right.
And she was being really evasive with me, and like, you know, a week before we were like doing stuff, and then now she'd like been gone really cold.
Yeah.
And so I was
Just be straight with me. I just
but
want to know.
Literally, I was, yeah. I think it was, I don't remember, but it was that.
I can imagine you being exactly
and she'd
like that,
got
yeah.
some chips,
Yeah.
and apparently I just like smacked the chips out of her hand. I think not in like a sort of, not in a swipe, but as in like I was just gesticulating so much
Okay.
and being like, "Why won't you talk to me about how you feel?"
Yeah.
And then she started. She started leaving, right? She started jogging off.
Yeah.
And I was like, "You can't leave me here!" And then started jogging after her.
Okay.
And then she looked back, and I was just on the floor writhing around because I was so drunk, I didn't know what was going on.
You had like a tantrum, like a toddler.
No. As in more just like I didn't know where I was.
Oh.
I was like you know, like a deer trying to get up. When I was like, the fuck, like as in like I'd just been sent into. But I was just on the floor, but I couldn't handle like my brain.
Yeah.
So she just walked back and took me home.
So Ali Woods is still single. If you're wondering,
You fancy a bit of that?
If you fancy a bit of that, chip smacking and writhing on the floor.
It's true that I have a lot of times where I've got drunk and had a great time, but I don't have loads of like, you were hilarious, you were doing that. It's more just like you were fucking just completely zoned out. Like there was one time I was in a club and I was absolutely zoned out, just proper. My friends always bring up this video of this Scottish dude who's absolutely wasted. It's like 9 seconds. He just sits down on a couch and then takes a moment and goes, "I can't see." That's me.
Okay, that's you.
That's me.
I go for a lot of camp dancing. If anyone drops like a prayer when I'm drunk, it's going off because it's going to get weird.
It's banging.
Oh, it's going to get
That's
really
a banger
weird.
though. It doesn't matter if you're drunk or
I'm
not.
talking knee slides. I'm talking the whole shebang, guys. It's, and I go way up and then I'll just crash and just pass out.
Oh,
somewhere.
fair, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like the I've never got the whole sort of, when you get really drunk, getting really horny. I always want sleep and food.
Again, still single, guys. So
And if you're a woman who
you're a
likes
woman,
sleep and food, and
Ali Woods-
no sexual satisfaction.
Yeah, Ali Woods is
know
your
who to
man.
call.
Yeah, okay. Let's give us another.
So you used to do a couple of short ones.
Short but sweet.
Let's just rattle through a few of these. Vomiting out of a helicopter window over the Grand Canyon.
Lovely.
Hadn't been to bed. Sleepwalk nude in an Austrian hotel, locked out of room.
Good. Like that.
Wrapped self in a rug. So you just found a rug.
Okay.
Went to desk to get help when I woke up. Didn't know German for nude and locked out.
Yeah.
The end of that one. Threw up after 20 minutes into the first date.
Yeah.
Been with said date for 6 months now.
Yeah.
Pretty
Oh,
good.
okay. That's all right.
Signed up to the Royal Navy whilst drunk.
Yes.
8 years later, I've had a life without limits.
Yes. Yes. I started in Carlisle, but I ended in the Royal Navy.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
I can,
it.
you know what? I can relate to the carpet wrap, okay? Because like, however wasted I get, I always need some kind of duvet over me. And I remember there is a photo of me somewhere. I'm like passed out on a table, but I've still managed to, like, and I'm like covered in vomit, but
Pizza
I've still
boxes.
managed. No, still managed to get a tea towel.
A tea towel, yeah, that's
little
nice.
tea towel duvet.
Nice. This happens. I think this happens to a few girls because I've got this sort of similar ones. Fell asleep in the toilets of the club at midnight, and the cleaning lady woke me up at 6 a.m.
Yeah, that's a given. That's a good.
This one. Pal ordered champers in a club called ISIS. I was like, I think that was one of the last things they'd want, wouldn't they? Another successful beheading. Crack up the champagne. Well, that's in poor taste. Right. They tried to pay with a Boots card, got chucked out, drank it all.
They got chucked out of ISIS.
Chucked out of ISIS.
Got chucked out of ISIS.
Because they tried to pay with a Boots card. I think there's a few from my friend who's had some absolute shockers drunk. I skipped my phone across the river in Durham.
Excellent. That is some classic posh guy stuff. Being like, no, mate, I'm so good at skimming things. Like, just trust me.
I can boomerang it. Watch.
Yeah,
I'll boomerang it so it comes back into my hand.
Look, watch this. Like, wham.
So this is a mate I went to York Uni with. Drunk on a rugby social, got lost and ended up out of York.
Yeah.
Not even in the city. There's one which isn't the funniest, but he got drunk and then came back to our house, couldn't get in, lost keys or whatever, so smashed the window with his hand, and his finger just cut, like the top of he's missing a fingertip. It cut off, and there was blood all over the house. I came back. I was the next one to come back, and there was just blood all over the house, and I was like, fuck, this is like a crime scene. I didn't know what had happened. We didn't know what had happened. So I just saw blood all over. I thought it was a break-in or something, but like there's something violent. And then I just followed the blood up to his room. And
the blood trail will normally lead you to the
I
to the
go
crime.
in thinking, what the fuck am I going to see in here? And I come in, he's in there, and he's watching TV on his laptop. And I'm like, Randall, what has happened here? And he goes, what? It's like, there's blood everywhere. No, there's not. I was like, there is, mate. And then he looks down and he's like, oh, yeah. His finger was just covered in blood. Oh, man.
Yeah, I've had friends, like, I had to get, my mate had to get me a new oven because when he was pissed, he woke up and he pissed in my oven and then pissed all over the oven.
In your oven?
In my oven and all over the oven and then all over the floor. And then he went back to sleep on the sofa. And then I went down in the morning and I was like, well, you've clearly pissed everywhere. And he was like, no, it's not piss. And I was like, no, I can really smell the piss. It's literally everywhere. So